Hi, so here with the Royal Martial Academy, and we're going to be covering some of the book Youn, your third series application skills. Now, advanced students, what I want you to remember is trap the attack. So Youn, using that elbow, right, using that first initial body motion, is a very close range attack. Elbows are really nice when you only have a short bit of space between you and your opponent. So this one is going to be focused on clinches where we're grabbing in, we're in close. How can I use my triangle striking skill when I have a very close position? And also, we're going to show you how to use your elbow, okay, from the setup position in your triangle striking actually as a block. So not blocking here with the soft part, but actually using the jab of the elbow inside your partner's inside the hand to break it up. So your very first application is defense against a clinch. The second one is going to be defense against a haymaker hook coming at you. So let's take a look and see how this works out. First one is defense against a clinch. Now it doesn't matter whether you're on the inside or the outside. But for today's purposes, I'm going to pretend I'm on the inside of the clinch. So I've got my left foot in front, my partner has it, and he's trying to grab onto me like he's going to throw me, and I'm going to grab on the inside and try and control him. So I'm on the inside, he's on the outside. Now, what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to hold on first with my left hand. My right hand is going to come to the outside. And using my fingers, I'm going to trap, grab, and pull. All right, so a little bit into my shoulder. Now my left hand, because I'm on the inside, I'm going to reach over top, turn my body a little bit, and grab my own hand. Now what that does right now, he's still holding on to me, doesn't matter, but I have his arm trapped. With my left elbow, I'm going to hit into the base, just like the beginning of your skill, and then that hammer fist is actually going to transition to a headlock. Now once I have him here, I'm going to let go with my right hand, come up underneath, and choke. Right? Now, let's show that from an opposite angle. This time, I'm going to be on the outside. Again, inside, outside, doesn't matter. I'll show you from both perspectives. So, I'm on the outside this time. Again, I'm going to hold on with my left hand. My right hand is going to release, and using my fingertips, grab onto the wrist. My thumb clenches down, and I pull a little bit to the outside. Now, this time, I'm going to be going over top of his hand that he's holding on to. And then as I grab his hand, now I also have his hand trapped. Okay? So this hand's trapped and this hand's trapped. I'm holding on with my right hand. I'm using my left elbow to the face. The hand continues to go around like the hammer fist, catching the headlock. And then if I want to, I can push his hand through. But mainly I'm coming inside and getting a choke. What I'm doing here is I'm using the pointy part of my forearm, and I'm pressing up. So my hand looks like this with thumb up, and I'm coming up this way into his throat underneath with that headlock position. So let me show you a little bit of real time without the hit to the face, just to show you what it's going to look like. And that's your first skill. Now, the second skill is going to be defense against that haymaker hook. My first motion is going to be to point my elbow forward. And the idea is I want my elbow to hit the inside of their bicep. And I'm going to kind of come in just a little bit. So let's see how that looks. So again, I have my left foot in front. When he uses that back hand, I'm going to jam him up a little bit. I'm going to push in with my foot, point my elbow right at his bicep. He comes in and bicep. So right now, already I've hit inside here. Now my next motion, just like that hammer fist, is my hands would go over top. If I want to, I can rake the eyes as I like, and then catch right on the underside of the elbow and lock his arm in. So right now, his elbow and his hand are secured behind my back. I'm going to step in with my right foot, and I'm going to use my elbow this time. Okay? So normally we would punch, but I don't have to punch. I can just use my elbow. My right foot is going to step through behind his leg, and simultaneously, I'm going to use this elbow. As I do, I'm going to take him down to the ground. So I hit him with the elbow and down. I know you can't see this right now, okay, but here's what I'm doing. Right now I have him locked. My right hand is over top and grab onto his bicep. Simultaneously, my left hand's going to grab, and then I'm going to put my knee on his belly and rock back, and I have lock skill then. So let me show you from a different view so you can see what that lock skill looks like. So again, left foot in front, he throws that hook and elbow right into the bicep. Left hand goes over top. Now I don't want to catch towards his shoulder, but here's his hand, here's his elbow. I want to catch right inside there and lock it in. If I wanted to right now, if I lift up my hand, I have a lock already. Now, my right hand, as my right foot steps across, simultaneously, I can hit him in the face. Now, because we're being safe with our partners, we're just going to hit our partner in the chest to simulate that face hit. So, my right foot's going to step in, I'm going to hit my partner in the chest. Now, when they go down, okay, here's my left hand. That was locked. Okay, I never let this lock go. My right hand is going to put on top of the bicep here. And then my left hand is just going to grab my forearm to lock it in, right? Now, I'm using my knee on his body so he can't move, and then I'm going to just push my hips back and create the elbow lock right here. Now, I'm going to show you a close-up of what this elbow lock looks like. So, imagine that Logan is laying on the ground, right? And his arm is out. So, my left hand was over top, so in between the wrist and the elbow here. When I locked it in, here, I'm locking it in between. Here's my bicep, my hand's on my stomach, I can grab my uniform if I want, doesn't matter. Right hand comes over top, so thumb facing the inside and grab the bicep. My left hand now comes over top and secures. So now what I have is I have a lift, I'm rotating back with my hips, and that's what creates that elbow lock right there. Let's see it from the opposite side. So same thing, again, this is my left hand. It was wrapped around his arm, underneath here. My right hand was on his bicep, and then my left hand grabbed onto my forearm. So you can kind of see here, it's a little bit locked. I'm just basically using his hand to lock it in, and then I would have him on the ground, I would rotate my hips back, and then that's what gets that elbow lock right there. So let's show you one time, a little bit of real time, so you can see kind of how this looks. All right? Comes in, 1, 2, 3, and lock. So you have to be really careful with that locking elbow because you can really hurt someone's elbow. So after you take them down, very gently show that locking skill. So again, this is your Stone Taup Youn application. Remember the keywords are trap the attack.